Hi, this is Annie and welcome to Give Me Lemons. Today I will share with you what's probably the most beloved recipe of mine, the Kale and Quinoa salad. Now I exaggerate not when I say it is one of the most delicious salads you'll ever taste. Initially it doesn't look like much with simple and minimal ingredients, but every ingredient serves a purpose to create a perfect balance of flavor and texture. First, let's talk kale. There are two types of kale you can find, but for this salad I prefer using the dinosaur kale as it tends to have a softer texture. Now the washing. The salad spinner is one of my favorite tools in the kitchen, and I highly recommend you get one if you're a salad lover. Drying salad greens prevents water-soaked leaves, and your dressing will adhere better to the leaves, which means more flavor. Now for the quinoa. You can find two different types, the red and white. For this salad, I recommend the white one since it's a bit softer and fluffier, making it a nice contrast to the other ingredients. Rinsing removes some of the bitterness, but it's not absolutely necessary. I like to do a 2-part water to 1 part quinoa ratio, and it works well for me. Bring the water up to a boil, add the quinoa, and cook on medium-high heat, stirring frequently till most of the liquid is absorbed. Turn off the heat, cover it, and let it sit for about 20 minutes. Meanwhile, split the pecans in half. Give them a nice toast over medium-high heat for about 8 to 10 minutes, keeping a close eye on them. Generally, toasting nuts and seeds are an extra investment in time, but totally worth it as you'll be rewarded in exponential flavor. The cranberries are best chopped fine so they're distributed more evenly throughout the salad. By now the quinoa should be ready. Fluff it with a fork. It's very satisfying. Now take a moment to admire how beautiful that is. Set it aside to cool while making the dressing. First, dice the shallot. The fastest way to peel it is to take off the first thick outer layer, but don't worry, we won't waste it. Save all those little scraps from shallots, onions, carrots, celery, garlic, scallions, and stems from herbs like parsley or thyme. Keep them in the freezer, and I'll show you what to do with them in another episode. So make sure to subscribe and click on that bell icon so that you can be notified of future episodes. Now for the dressing. You only need a few simple ingredients. For homemade dressings, I recommend having some jars like this on hand with the straight sides so that you can easily see the ratios. My go-to ratio is 1 part acid to 2 parts oil. Of course, the proper way to make dressings is to slowly whisk in the oil to the acid with some emulsifier, but for the home, I find the jar method quick, easy, and perfect. Make a jar of your favorite dressing and you're good for about 2 weeks. Now let's assemble the salad. First, combine the heavy ingredients with about half a cup of dressing for the quinoa to soak up. Next, massage the kale a bit to soften before adding. If it looks dry, add some more dressing to taste until you have the intensity of flavor you want. But do not oversoak the salad. Never oversoak the salad. You're also checking for salt to make sure it's seasoned enough. And finally, add the Parmesan if you're using it. And there you have it. A comforting, delicious crowd pleaser that everyone will want the recipe for. The full recipe along with links to resources are in the description below.